Bonjour, bienvenue sur ma chaîne YouTube. C'est la partie numéro 2 sur les différences entre le système éducatif français et le système éducatif anglais. Écrivez le titre en français et en anglais, ainsi que les objectifs, et faites le premier exercice. So write the title in French and in English, the objective, the date of course, and do the first exercise. Pause and have a go. 3, 2, 1. So hopefully you look in the dictionary for the word if you didn't know them. You will need them when we do a quiz about the difference between French and English school. And these words, they are key to understand the quiz. So here are the answers. Voilà les réponses. Vérifiez vos réponses. Check your answers. 3, 2, 1. So here is a quiz. So you have to complete the quiz about the French system and look for any additional words that you don't understand in the dictionary. This quiz is very important because it will help you to find out some more information about the French system, but it will also be a very good sentence starter to talk about English school or to compare French with English school. Okay, so you can press pause and have a go at guessing the answers. Any words that you don't understand, please write them down. And the challenge, you can use the same sentence starter to talk about English school. Pause and have a go. 3, 2, 1, voilà les réponses. So, les enfants doivent aller à l'école de 6 à 18 ans. Children must go to school from 6 to 18 years old. À 11 ans, les élèves sont en 6e. At 11, students are in 6th. We call it 6th because it goes down. So at 12, they go in 5th. At 13, they go in 4th, and so on. Number 3, numéro 3. Les écoles ne proposent pas de cours de religion. School don't give a RE lesson. Numéro 4. À l'école, les élèves portent leurs propres vêtements. At school, students wear their own clothes. Numéro 5. Généralement, les cours commencent à 9h. Actually, I put 9 o'clock. Generally, lessons start at 9, but I had forgotten. They actually start before 8:30. So please, it should be A. So if you put A, you're right. Les grandes vacances durent 2 mois. Summer holiday last 2 months. Numéro 7. Les élèves qui ne font pas assez de progrès redoublent. Students who are not making enough progress are repeating a year. Numéro 8, number 8, les élèves achètent tout. Students buy everything. They have to buy their notebooks, they have to buy their books. Number 9, numéro 9, avant de quitter le collège, before leaving secondary school, les élèves passent, students take, le brevet des collèges. Le brevet des collèges, it's before your GCSE. It's a lot smaller. It's only math, French, and I think there's English actually. Number 10. En quittant le collège, when leaving secondary school, les élèves peuvent continuer leurs études. Students can carry on their study au lycée. Lycée is your college. Okay, so it's a little bit confusing. So write it down. It's very important. Grammar. So I would like you to look back at the quiz, and if you had the paper, you would circle it, but you don't have the paper, so you can look back at the quiz and look at the ending of the verb when the subject is plural, meaning like when the person doing the action is they, students, lesson, school, holidays. Can you spot the trend? So let's look at it. Number 1, les enfants doivent. How does doivent finish? Number 3, les écoles ne proposent pas. How does propose finish? Number 4, À l'école, les élèves portent. What is the ending of porte? Number 5, les cours commencent. What is the ending of commence? Number 6 is les grandes vacances durent. What is the ending of dure? You see, that's what I want you to look at. So hopefully, you can pause and check if you can spot the trend. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. You should have seen that it's ending in ENT for this ER verb, okay? Commence, les vacances commencent, les élèves mangent, portent, continuent, durent, passé. When you want to say they eat, they wear, they carry on, they last, you know, the ending of that verb is ENT. But of course, we always have some irregular. So here is the rule. So the present tense for the third person plural. So basically for they. Okay, so as we just seen, for regular ER verb, the il-l ending is ENT, such as il porte. Okay, and notice how I pronounce it is il porte, not portant. Il porte. But here are the irregular verb. If you want to say they go, is ils vont. They do, ils font. They have, ils ont. They are, ils sont. They must, ils doivent. It goes on top of it, so up. And they can, ils peuvent. And the possessive adjective is leur or leur, depending on whether the noun is singular or plural. So leur means their, okay? So your challenge is to translate students in France don't wear uniform. You can press pause and have a go. And the answer is, les étudiants en France ne portent pas un uniforme. Ou ne portent pas d'uniforme. So I would like you to write down these rules. And then once you wrote down these rules, there is an exercise. So pause and write it down. 3, 2, 1. And here is your exercise. You have to complete the grammar exercise by putting the correct ending. So for example, the first one, les élèves, student, then between brackets you have to eat, and then you have at the canteen. Okay, so you have to write down student eat at the canteen. Students, it's they, you know, it's a plural subject. So you have to take the ER away and add the ENT. Press pause and have a go. 3, 2, 1. Voilà les réponses. Vérifiez vos réponses. Check your answers. Their challenge was to translate the sentences. So here are the sentences translated. Vous pouvez vérifier vos réponses. 3, 2, 1. Now we have a listening exercise. So you have 2 things to do. You have to decide, so there will be 5 people that you're going to listen to. First, you have to decide if they prefer the British, that I spell very strangely, the British, if they prefer the British or the French system. So you put GB if they prefer the British, F if they prefer the French system, and then you have to pick the letter for the reason. Let's look at the reason. A is le redoublement est une bonne idée. Repeating a year is a good idea. B is l'uniforme scolaire est pratique. School uniform is practical. C is les horaires sont plus raisonnables. The hours are more reasonable. D, on n'étudie pas la religion. You or we or they don't study RE. E, les vacances sont plus longues. The holidays are longer. Okay. So write number 1 to 5 in your book and then decide if it's GB or F and then try to find out which reason is mentioned. Number 1, and I'm going to repeat it twice. Je préfère le système en Grande-Bretagne. En France, la journée finit à 16h ou à 17h. C'est trop long. Mes cours finissent à 15h. C'est mieux. Je répète, je préfère le système en Grande-Bretagne. En France, la journée finit à 16h ou à 17h. C'est trop long. Mes cours finissent à 15 heures. C'est mieux. Numéro 2, number 2. En Grande-Bretagne, les écoles sont fermées mean are closed. En Grande-Bretagne, les écoles sont fermées pendant 5 ou 6 semaines en été. En France, les élèves ont 2 mois de liberté. Alors je préfère le système français, bien sûr. Bien sûr mean of course. Je répète, en Grande-Bretagne, les écoles sont fermées pendant 5 ou 6 semaines en été. En France, les élèves ont 2 mois de liberté, alors je préfère le système français, bien sûr. Numéro 3, number 3. Je trouve que c'est plus facile de porter l'uniforme scolaire que de porter ses propres vêtements. Donc, pour moi, le système en Grande-Bretagne est meilleur qu'en France. Je répète, je trouve que c'est plus facile de porter l'uniforme scolaire que de porter ses propres vêtements. Donc, pour moi, le système en Grande-Bretagne est meilleur qu'en France. Number 4. Si on a des difficultés en classe, je pense qu'il est raisonnable de répéter l'année scolaire. C'est pourquoi je préfère le système en France. Je répète. Si on a des difficultés en classe, je pense qu'il est raisonnable de répéter l'année scolaire. C'est pourquoi je préfère le système en France. Number 5. La religion n'a pas de place dans les écoles publiques françaises. C'est pour cette raison que je les préfère. Je répète, la religion n'a pas de place dans les écoles publiques françaises. C'est pour cette raison que je les préfère. You can of course listen to it again, but voilà les réponses. Here are the answers. And you have a little challenge. Statement 1, 3, and 4 are written in red, and you could translate these 3 challenges into English. And pay attention to this word in bold because they are very useful. So you can pause and have a go. Okay, number 1, it was in France. La journée is not a journey, okay? La journée is a day. The day finish at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, it's too long. My lesson finish at 3 o'clock. C'est mieux means it's better. The statement number 3 was c'est plus facile de porter l'uniforme scolaire que de porter ses propres vêtements. It's easier to wear school uniform than to wear its own clothes. And the statement number 4, si, it's if. Si on a des difficultés en classe, if we have some difficulties in lesson, je pense qu'il est raisonnable de répéter l'année scolaire. I think it's reasonable to repeat the school year. So here they didn't use the word le redoublement, but it meant the same thing. In order to help you as well, I put the audio script in case you want to read it and look for the words you didn't know. Now you have a speaking preparation. You can spend 10 minutes on it and you have to answer this question in French. Que penses-tu du redoublement? Quel système préfères-tu? Pourquoi? Que penses-tu de l'uniforme scolaire? And quelles sont les différences entre les écoles anglaises et françaises? You have a little help box. Je pense que, I think that, à mon avis, in my opinion, le système que je préfère est, the system that I prefer is, and par exemple, for example. So you're challenged to use all the words from the help box. You're only expected to write one simple sentence with a reason and an opinion. That would be good. 3, 2, 1. You can press pause and have a go, and the translation of the question will appear. But otherwise, your answers are your own answers. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Here are the meaning of the question. Finally, I wrote use the quiz and the sentence builder to compare English and French school. And I gave you an example. For example, I look at number 2, it's written at 11 students go in the 6th, okay, in 6 years if you want. So I wrote en France, à 11 ans, les élèves vont en 6e, mais, but, les étudiants anglais, English students, vont en year 7, en year 7, okay? So you can write a few sentences in order to compare the English and French school using this, which is a very good sentence starter. Hip hip hooray, en français, in French, hip 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 hurrah. Bravo, you finished this lesson, and I hope to see you soon for the live lesson. Au revoir.